Good evening to all my Nerf friends. This is another Maritime Foam News edition. The reason I'm doing this is I've actually had a surprising amount of people ask me, what do I think of some of those new Nerf announcements? And since I am thrilled that a handful of people even remotely care what I think, I wanted to bring you those opinions. Let's get started. First up, we have the Minecraft Sabrewing Bow. This one's kind of interesting because it has a magazine and it's actually motorized, which we haven't seen in a bow before. Apparently you pull back the bowstring, that revs up the flywheels, and then you press a trigger to fire that dart. IGN was the source for the story. The author, it's kind of funny, he mentions how accurate Nerf Elite darts are, so guessing not a big nerfer, but it looks interesting. It's $45 US, which seems a little bit steep. I always like when I'm talking about things to kind of review it to something that exists. The closest I could think of was maybe the Nerf Stratobow. This has a clip that holds 15 darts. It's not motorized or anything, but there's not a lot of bows that actually have any sort of clip or magazine at all. In the Stratobow, you pull this back and release, and it advances this clip up. So in the Sabrewing Bow, you'll pull this back and it will rev the flywheels, and then letting it go, I don't think will do anything except turn off the flywheels. You're just pulling the strings and activating a micro switch. There'll actually be a trigger up here for you to fire. But still, you know what? Points for something new. Ow, bowstrings. Yeah, I really need one of those quiver guard things. I started with that one because I'm maybe the least interested. I don't know. Let's move on. This blaster, people are hating, but I gotta admit, I'm more than a little intrigued. This one's called the Nerf Roblox Zombie Attack Viper Strike Blaster. It's a miracle I got through that. This is basically what looks like probably an uncomfortable blaster that has a weird shape. I haven't been a big fan of any of the Roblox blasters. I don't have any personally. Touching them in store was enough for me. But the difference of this one is it has a snake head. Snakes on a blaster. Come on. I would love to get this one to mod. Honestly, I would love to be able to thrift this one or find it eventually down the road and cut the head off that snake and make it into a barrel for another project. I think that would be amazing. The Roblox blasters have been definitely unimpressive, but maybe I'm just a sucker for animal blasters. I love all those old Max Force blasters. I love the Dino blasters. I wish this blaster was a snake, but not connected to Roblox, because maybe it would be a little bit better. A long sniper blaster with a snake barrel and a head in this line would have been so cool. I don't hate it as much as other people do, and it might be the only Roblox blaster I get. The blaster's bolt action has a pretty flimsy looking bipod. The scope apparently is not removable, which I'm not a big fan of non-removable scopes. The Dino blaster doesn't have a removable scope either. It only has a 6 dart clip, and it's Nerf Elite darts. It's not Mega or anything like that, which I think would have been kind of cool for the whole snake thing. I'm giving all that a pass because snakes on a blaster. And since they said zombie, there's a very good chance if I do get that blaster, I will be zombifying it like I did the Fortnite flare. That one's looking to come in around 45 bucks, and I read all about that one on GameSpot. Next up, I'm really excited about this one, the Nerf Fortnite Compact SMG. I have to admit, over time, I'm a pretty big fan of the Fortnite blasters. Except for all that trouble I had with the Zesty, but if I'd left it stock, it's fine. I really, really love the Heavy SR. It just has such a cool look and profile. Fortnite is a great tie-in for making pseudo-realistic, cartoony profiles of blasters that I do kind of like. As much as I like blasters that have snake heads and are dinosaurs, I can't deny that I do like the look of those Fortnite ones. They're kind of real-ish, but still goofy enough and colorful enough to not get super mistaken for the real thing. This compact SMG, I think looks great. I guess it was announced a few years ago or teased a few years ago and just never appeared. So this is supposed to have an 8-dart magazine inside. I would imagine for loading that blaster, it's something like this. It holds 8 darts, probably has a couple gates, and you can push the darts down in. There's a lot of, never leave your blasters primed. There's a bit of complaining about the fact that it doesn't take different magazines, that the magazine is internal, but if you can push those darts in through the top on the fly, it still could be kind of neat. It is a flywheel blaster, but I'm pretty sure it is semi-automatic, and it only takes 4 AA batteries, so it's not going to have much power. but it looks great. It has a great profile. This one could be an amazing one to mod. So I will say I'm kind of looking forward to that one. It makes me think a little bit of the Rival Charger, which is the other blaster that has a bit of that P90 kind of look, if we're talking about, you know, real blast. I haven't opened mine up yet. I am saving it because I want to mod it. I've heard it's not the best on its batteries. This one also has that integrated magazine, but there are some cool mods out there to make this a half dart monster. This one seems a little bit better geared up for that, since it actually loads balls into the back of the blaster, where that Fortnite one, you're going to be loading them into the top. So that might make it a bit more difficult, but hey, if we know anything, it's that modders are talented. Other modders, not me. Like, the other ones are talented. And that Fortnite news is coming from Games Radar. This next one might be the one I'm the most excited for, the Nerf Ultra Speed. Finally, we're getting Nerf putting out some full auto with some better dart per second ratings. And the Ultra Speed is going to come with two 12 dart clips, and it's only going to come with the new good Ultra darts. No more of these guys. The Ultra Speed looks like a marriage between the Ultra Select and the Ultra Amp. It looks like it's taking some cues from both of these blasters. I actually think the Ultra Amp is a great blaster. This one uses 6 AA's, gets almost 100 FPS. Mine is actually pretty accurate. I really like the comfort of it. The foregrip, even though you can't remove it, is quite nice. And yeah, it has a big sight, and I'm not a fan of sights you can't remove, but at least it's big, it's open, it's not bad. I actually think this is a pretty fun semi-auto blaster, the Strife of Ultra. Whereas the Ultra Select, the fire rate on this is just too low. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I think it was around 4 darts a second is what I was getting on this, and it just doesn't feel fast enough, even though it's almost as fast as the Mark III on full auto, but that's a different topic. So the fact that the Ultra Speed is going to have 7 darts per second, that's getting to a better point, I think. I think that one's going to be fun. It looks really nice. I love how they've kind of combined the best of a few things. I don't have an Ultra Focus, but it's kind of like they took ideas from, you know, this with the stock of the Ultra Focus and the full auto of the Select and just kind of married them all together. I'm excited about that blaster. It's going to be fairly expensive. I guess it's going to be around 70 or so US, which is way more for Canada. But you know what? The Ultra Select was very expensive when it came out too. And hey, with Nerf, if you just wait a little bit, you'll get a decent price break off that. I'm excited about the Ultra Select. No, I'm not. I'm excited about the Ultra Speed. My slow love for the Ultra Blasters, like the Pharaoh, I really like the Ultra 5. The Ultra 4 is a great single shot. The Ultra 2, I love firing elites. I find it doesn't work very well firing Ultra darts. And the Ultra 1 is the worst blaster of the bunch, so it's kind of a shame that was the first one. All that aside, that line is starting to grow on me. I might actually stock up on darts a little bit and start giving that some more play in the backyard. And I'm sure people will mod the heck out of that too. It has a cool profile and a cool look, so I'm excited about it. And the source for all that is CNET. Do I have a favorite of these blasters coming up? It will be very likely that I will have an Ultra Speed as soon as I can get one. It is very likely I will have that Fortnite SMG P90-ish blaster as soon as I can. And hey, if I can get a good deal on that snake blaster, I'm in. The bow, well, I don't know. It's neat, but we'll see. That's been a round of Nerf news. I hope you enjoy updates like this. I hope for those who asked, you enjoyed hearing what I think about them. I want to hear what you think about them. I did a community poll, and people seem definitely the most excited about the Ultra Speed, probably followed by the Fortnite SMG, which is not super surprising. I was glad that there was some snake love in there, though. Until next time, when we'll be back actually reviewing blasters and modding them and doing stuff to them. Conducting. See you next time. Bye-bye.